So I've just bumped into a champ. What's going on, Floyd? What's happening?
What's going on, Amir?
Where are you, man?
We in Dubai.
We in Dubai to do that thing?
Absolutely.
But listen, respect, bro.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, bro. Guys, take care, respect, guys.
I do.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Amir King Khan. Who do y'all think would have won if they fought? Not now, but years ago. Who do you think would have won? Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing. And please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So obviously this fight never happened. Floyd is now, both fighters are actually now retired. Floyd is in his mid 40s. I think he's 45 years old now. And Amir Khan is now 35 years old. But years ago, I would say 2014, 2013, 2014, around that time period, there was demand for a Mayweather-Amir Khan fight. Amir Khan had a big run here in the States, but then he ended up fighting Lamont Peterson and Danny Garcia and ended up losing those two fights. But he was able to rebound, and it created conversations of what the next big fight could be. And at the time, Floyd was still around. And the biggest fight that could have been made at that time, I would say, was, at least for Amir Khan, was a fight with Floyd. Amir Khan has a big following over in the UK, not also in the UK, but also in Pakistan. It would have made a lot of money, in my opinion, especially if they, especially today. Honestly, if this fight, if both of them are still fighting and active, like in 2014. I think it would have happened. I'm sure there's some Middle Eastern king or somebody in the Middle East would have offered a lot of money to host this fight. That would definitely interest Floyd to go to the Middle East and fight Khan. But it's only lately that the Middle East have been putting a lot of money into boxing. But if that money shows up today, maybe, who knows? Maybe a Floyd and Khan might still do it in an exhibition. I think there were some thoughts about. I think Khan did mention that he'd do an exhibition with Floyd, but I don't think so. But anyway, back then, there was demand for Mayweather versus Khan, but at that time, Floyd, for whatever reason, was not interested in fighting Khan. In my opinion, I wanted to see it, because I'm going to be honest. I think Floyd could have beaten Amir Khan. And I thought the money made sense, or at least I thought it would have made a lot of money. So I just saw no reason for Floyd to not fight Khan. But, for whatever reason, it never happened. I know Amir Khan is fast, he's strong. But we all know about that chin of Khan. We all know about the chin. And all it takes is that one good clean punch. Timing beats speed. And Floyd is, I think we can all agree that Floyd is one of the most skilled fighters ever that ever laced up the gloves. And he can time you clean. And once he time you clean on that chin, I definitely see him hurting Khan and stopping Khan probably after 3 rounds, anytime after 3 rounds. I think he would figure out Amir Khan after 3 rounds. And after that, I see Floyd hurting him anytime from round 3 to 12 and stopping Khan if they were to have fought back then. But anyway, back then Amir Khan and Floyd could have fought each other. I mean, they were doing at the time PBC. PBC didn't really exist yet. Al Heyman was behind the scenes with Richard Schaefer on Golden Boy Promotions, and Khan was fighting under Golden Boy Promotions, so they could have definitely made it happen. And but Floyd kept talking about this man right here, Jesse freaking Vargas. At the time, Jesse Vargas was under Mayweather Promotions. Well, let me correct what I said earlier. Mayweather, had Mayweather Promotions at the time, but he was working really closely with Golden Boy Promotions with Richard Schaefer, not necessarily Oscar de la Hoya, but Richard Schaefer, who was doing a lot of business with Al Heyman behind the scenes. Which eventually led to Oscar de la Hoya getting rid of Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman creating PBC. So anyway, at the time, Jesse Vargas was under Mayweather Promotions, and Floyd kept talking about how he would fight Amir Khan if he beats Jesse Vargas. And That would have been actually been a pretty cool fight. But back then, Jesse Vargas wasn't really that well known just yet. Um, yeah, he hasn't really fought anyone notable at the time. And I'm gonna be honest, man, Amir Khan would have definitely beaten Jesse Vargas, but never happened. Anyway, those are the reasons that that's what Floyd wanted Amir Khan to do in order for him to actually fight Khan, but Khan never fought Jesse Vargas, and this fight never happened. But like I said earlier, if they were to have fought back then, I think Floyd would have definitely knocked out, stopped Khan. It's that chin, man. It's that chin. I mean, right now, both fighters are happily retired. Floyd doing his thing, doing exhibitions around the world. Retired with 50 wins, 27 losses. Last fight was against Conor McGregor in 2017. It's been 5 years now. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's been 5 years. Amir Khan, he's also retired, enjoying life, watching his family grow. I hope he stays retired, man. I think there's definitely going to be a promoter out there that will offer Amir Khan a lot of money to fight again, but I hope Amir Khan stays retired, losing to his rival Kell Brook in his last fight earlier this year. I hope he does not come back. I really hope Amir Khan does not come back. And yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it since, I did talk about it in my older channels, but obviously my older channels are no longer here, so I thought I'd talk about it here in this newer channel. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.